someone who has done nothing. I will fight to the very end, to the last drop of my sweat and energy, for a strong, rigorous and unified European response. Germany took care of Italian patients from Bergamo, while patients from the French Far East were also evacuated to Germany, as well as to Switzerland and other parts of France to relieve overcrowded hospitals. As for the United Kingdom, where more than 1,200 people have been killed by the virus, authorities estimate that the country may not return to normal life for another 6 months. The Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, Michael Gove, appealed for everyone to understand that the situation will get worse before it gets better. Last weekend, many Londoners did not adhere to calls for confinement. Portugal, for its part, is trying to curb the speed of the coronavirus infection and is now blocking those who are trying to travel from Lisbon to the south of the country for unprofessional reasons.
The coronavirus pandemic has prompted people all over Europe to help the weak and elderly. In the Italian city of Naples, volunteers deliver shopping for those who struggle to get it themselves. The local authority gives the helpers concessions, such as allowing them to skip lines at supermarkets and pharmacies so they can get deliveries to those who need it as quickly as possible. Their needs are vital. It's difficult for everyone, but let's try and do for those who need it the most. In the Russian capital Moscow, there's no lockdown as yet, although people are being encouraged to self-isolate, even to the extent of avoiding other family members. But people still need to eat. The City Hall has opened a hotline that allows pensioners to call in and leave orders. They still have to pay for their shopping, but delivery is free. I think that for the moment, we should all stay at home. It may be difficult, and it's a bit hard for us, but I'm grateful to these young women who are helping me. Now I don't have to go to the supermarket. They've bought everything for me. The campaign is very much a top-down initiative rather than a grassroots one. The helpers are from the group Medical Volunteers. It works together with the All-Russian Popular Front, who are strong supporters of President Vladimir Putin. Manchester City are making facilities at the Etihad Stadium available to the UK's National Health Service in the frontline battle against COVID-19. As part of contingency planning for the ongoing crisis, the Principality Stadium in Cardiff is set to be converted into a temporary hospital, providing around 2,000 additional beds. 3 Nightingale hospitals are also being constructed in London, Birmingham and Manchester to help boost critical care capacity ahead of the expected peak. City have opened up the use of the stadium's executive boxes and conference rooms to help the NHS with training of doctors and nurses during the crisis. Professional football in England will not resume until April 30 at the earliest. However, with the country currently in lockdown, that appears a very optimistic target. There were signs that the spread of the coronavirus in Italy was narrowing this weekend after the number of deaths fell in for the second consecutive day. The Civil Protection Agency also recorded the lowest number of new infections in 4 days. Experts said it was a sign that the country's sweeping lockdown was having an effect, but restrictions are unlikely to be lifted soon. Those are big changes, like 10 to 15% per day. They reflect the fact that the system is responding and that the measures put in place bring effect. With our actions, we can save lives. There are now nearly 750,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 worldwide. Over 33,500 carriers of the virus have died. More than half of those who have died are in Italy and in Spain, where the authorities in Madrid have turned an ice rink into a morgue to handle the bodies. Spain said almost 840 people had died on Saturday alone, a record for the country. Authorities said the number of people in intensive care units was still rising and putting a strain on hospitals, prompting Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez to order all non-essential workers to stay home. In a deserted London, the government said the entire country was now on an emergency footing and warned people that it could be 6 months before life returns to normal. Officials said it would be dangerous to suddenly lift Britain's confinement because it could cause a resurgence.
Vote counting commenced in Mali barely a day after the country recorded its first coronavirus death. This comes after the leading opposition figure was kidnapped and believed to be in the hands of jihadists. There were security fears about the vote to elect new MPs to 147-seat National Assembly even before the war-torn West African country recorded its first coronavirus infection on Wednesday. It is the country's first parliamentary poll since 2013 when President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita's Rally for Mali party won a substantial majority. Parliamentary elections were meant to take place again in late 2018 following Keita's re-election, but the poll was postponed several times, largely due to security concerns. Some 200,000 people were displaced by the near-daily violence in Mali center and North will not be able to vote, a government official said. The security ministry said that out of close to 12,500 polling stations, 274 were not able to open.
In the village of Azagu Ahoy, 50 kilometers north of Abidjan, warnings to the population about the coronavirus are broadcast via 15 loudspeakers by order of the king. The royal communication aims to sanitize inhabitants about the dangers of the coronavirus.
In other villages that don't have this means, we go directly and touch either the head of the camp or the person in charge of the camp to tell those who don't have the means of information that this disease is very real.
Ici à Zaguier, nous avons un moyen encore plus pratique.
Here at Azaguier, we have an even more practical way of getting the message across, especially through the loudspeaker. It allows us to avoid contact and the message is conveyed in the local language, especially in French.
Et surtout en français.
These poles fitted with the speakers have been installed to convey messages from the king to the inhabitants and is being used in many other Ivorian communities. Ivory Coast, which has hundreds of kings and traditional chiefs in the pre-colonial era.
South Africans. Dumelang, Nimadekwana, good evening, Riperile, Ani, Molweni, Goeienaand. It is now 4 days since our country went into a nationwide lockdown for the first time in the history of our democracy. This is an extreme measure we had to embark upon in response to the coronavirus pandemic. As government, we are aware that the lockdown has caused great disruption to all our lives and caused upheaval in our economy. But we all know and agree that this nationwide lockdown is absolutely necessary to save the lives of thousands, even tens of thousands of our people. Many countries on our continent and in our own region, SADC, have also embarked on similar measures like many other countries in the world. The disease is spreading rapidly in many countries around the world, with some 740,000 people affected and infected worldwide. Over 35,000 people have lost their lives. The health systems of many countries, including hospitals and clinics, are under tremendous stress as they deal with this pandemic. Our own researchers and scientists have told us that our decision to lock down the country was a correct one. They were concerned that without quick action, we were only a few weeks away from a similar situation to other countries that have been adversely affected. That is why we took the radical step of locking down the country for 21 days. South Africans have, for the most part, responded reasonably positively to this decision by staying at home, observing the regulations, and exercising the greatest of care. I would like to thank the people of South Africa for acting in a disciplined manner through this very difficult period. We are, however, concerned about those who have not yet appreciated the seriousness of this disease. As a nation, we were deeply saddened to learn that in the last few days, 3 South Africans have died from this disease. We convey our sympathies and condolences to their families and friends and to their communities. The number of infections continues to grow, and there are now 1,326 confirmed coronavirus cases in South Africa. I'm therefore once again calling on each and every South African to stay at home for the next 17 days. Leave your home if you need to get food and essential provisions, or to collect a social grant, or to buy medicine, or get urgent medical care. The only people who can go to work are health workers, security and emergency personnel, those who work to keep our people supplied with food, medicine and basic goods, and other providers of essential services as defined in the regulations. If you do have to go out, make sure you do everything you can not to get infected and not to infect anyone else. Some people may think this disease is something that doesn't concern them and that it will never affect them. That it is something they only read about in newspapers or social media or see reports about on television. But it is very real, and it poses a great danger to every one of us